Hey, this is Jesus from BC Insights, and today I'll be talking about bin routing and how to use it to optimize your approval rates. So most people think declines are random, especially when they see so many declines with pickup car SF or issuer declines, stuff like that. But the truth is that they are not random. So every issuing bank, meaning the client's bank, behaves differently depending on the bin. So if you're sending the wrong bin to the wrong meets, then you're leaving approvals on the table and burning your gateway portfolio at the same time as well. So today I'm going to explain how bin routing actually works, why it matters for subscription businesses, especially in this high risk industry, and then I'll walk you through the beta bin routing tool that we're releasing. So let's start with the basics. What a bin actually is. So a bin is simply the first 6 or 8 digits of the card. It identifies the issuing bank, the card type, and even the purpose of that card. And here's the key. Every issuing bank behaves differently. Some approve well on certain meets and poorly on others. Some banks approve cycle zero trials, but drop really hard on cycle one. Also, they're very sensitive on the price point and very sensitive on the MCCs as well. And some banks absolutely refuse specific acquirers. So the bin tells you the bank, and the bank tells you how that transaction will behave. So why bin routing actually matters. So when you route properly, approvals go up without increasing spend. Just by directing each bank bin to the mid where the bank approved the best, you can see around 3%, even up to like 10, 15% uplift immediately. So why this happen? So a bin might approve 55% on a mid A, but only 20% on a mid B. We can see that in here in this example where this bin, for example, 410039 approves at a rate of 14%, 35% on some bins, on some mids, and then approves at 64, 62% on some others. So some banks really love a certain processors, but hate another one. Some banks only approve low ticket trials on specific mids. Pricing, MCC, cycle, and acquire all influence bank behavior. And the biggest mistake merchants make is sending all their traffic to their best mid and they burn it all over time. So routing isn't just about more volume, it's about sending the right bin to the right mid. So why is routing so hard without the right data? So the biggest challenge here is visibility. Just to route properly, you need historical data broken down by bin, by mid, by cycle, by attempt, by MCC code, by acquire, by price point. And guess what? That's what we have, and that's what we do here in BC Insight. We give you clarity. So you need the sample size, you need the performance trends, a safe way to test changes without breaking your flow. So most merchants don't have that visibility, so they just guess. And guessing is what causes this mid fatigue, the degradation over time of the mean, the sudden approval drops, and the instability of your portfolio. So this is where these insights come in. You have all that clarity that you need right here in this tool. You have the approval rate report where you can see the information by bank over time, by attempt, by cycle, by acquire. You can simply click on one bank or one bin, and like here, and then you will be able to see that performance of that particular bin or that particular bank over time within your set of acquirers. You see in this particular bin, there are some that are doing at 57%, some are doing at 49%, some are doing 63%. You can do it by MCC code, you can do it by gateway, and much more. So based on this information, we have built a simple but powerful tool for initial and straight cell routing, the bin routing configuration. So here you can create rules by bin or bin ranges or even an entire issuing bank. You can select exactly which mid or acquire or MCC code you want to route to. You can assign the weight that you want to process for each mid. Enable, disable the rules instantly. And the best part is that our dev team handles the integration with your checkout page team or whatever. So let me show you just a quick demo over here. You can add a new rule. You name it however you want. You can say Bank of America rule. And right now it's only working for initials. Eventually we want to implement this for rebuilds as well. So the group type you can select by bin or by bank. So you can actually find the entire bank over here and just apply a rule for that specific bank. If you have one specific bin in mind or anything, then you can do that as well. So then you can select a target type. You can select the target meet or acquire or the corporation or MCC, gateway alias, provider, anything that you want. Very flexible. So if you have a specific meet, that's great. Or if you have like a overall acquire where you want to process these transactions, you can do so as well. You can select your target acquires in here, Axiom, Esquire, Evolve as an example. So now every transaction that you're going to get from Bank of America, they're going to be processed exactly on these target acquires because you have already done the analysis and this is the best performing acquires for that specific bin. You have a selection method, so it can be random, a random selection of all these pool of acquires. You can do round robin, or you can do weightage as well, meaning that you can select a specific acquire, and you can just route like 20% over here, and then in here you do 20% in action because it's your very best. You do 60% of the volume is going to go there. Simply create that rule and you'll be able to start processing those transactions. If you don't like that rule, you want to revisit, you can just deactivate it. And here you have all that clarity. You have all the reports already, so you can start looking at it based on the approval rate report. You also have the quick insights that we provide on the Bing Insights, Bing Routing Insights. So we already tell you which are the best or the most impactful means that you should be using for each bin, or at least for the top bin that have a larger impact on your end. So yeah, I mean, we are rolling out this beta to a limit number of clients so we can support setup closely and collect feedback. So the beta includes like the full routing, setup, support, recommended rules based on your data. We'll give you like an initial report with the data showing you which are the best beans and bags that you should be routing to specific meats with the weightage percentage, all of this based on your own data. You are able to test that integration and test the routing, how it works right here in the tool. So the goal is simple, it's just give you a real approval uplift. So if you want to access this bean routing beta, send me a message or reach out to us via Telegram or email. So we're onboarding a limited number of accounts each week. So let me know if you want to be included in the next batch. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.